There are more than 5 million people living in Singapore, a highly developed but tiny country. How people choose their daily transport here? Let us find the answer. Singapore has completed an advanced MRT system with 142 stations across the island, and it serves more than 2 million passengers every day. Some commuters give MRT high comments.
Efficient. Yeah. As in, generally every day we are still able to commute like easily, even though despite the breakdowns, but it still brings us to where we want to go lah. So it's not so bad. Yeah.
I would say that MRT service is pretty good. Yeah, pretty fine with it. Doesn't make any problem to me. So yeah, I agree with it. It's satisfying me.
Reliable, quite satisfying. Timing is accurate.
According to a survey did by the Singapore Public Transport Council, the MRT services has got high satisfaction rating at 96%. The MRT services not only highly valued by Singaporeans, but also received good comments from the foreigner.
In my personal experience in my country, or no, in my city, we have public transportation, but not as good as Singapore, as I would say, because everything in Singapore, the public transportation is very structured. And
However, Singapore MRT disrupted several times in 2016. The breakdown caused many inconveniences for commuters and brought some bad impressions for users.
If you want me to rate it out of 5, I'll give it a 2.53, a barely pass rate. Mainly because at the rate our train is breaking down now, especially on the red line and on the green line, the older lines, as well as the circle line. So I think MRT service should be improved. First of all, reduce the number of breakdowns.
And no, well, the thing is, I don't really feel the action they took is really okay. They always claim that they are like fixing the rail or something like that, but it just feels like it keep happening and the breakdown keep happening. So I'm not quite sure. So I would say not really satisfied. They need to increase more manpowers into finding the sources of the problems. Because I read some news, they say the problem is from the rail and it's really hard to fix. But it just feels like maybe they need to really find the source of the problem and fix it, so the breakdown might not happen.
With increasing users of the car booking apps such as Grab or Uber, in Singapore, taxis and private hire cars became the powerful competitor for MRT, since calling car now is convenient and cheap. Some people are willing to pay a little more money to catch a car.
Alright, some passengers prefer private vehicles because they find that sometimes the taxi drivers drive really, really fast. Because ultimately, ferrying passengers around is the consideration is the time, distance versus the money.
More and more people start to use car booking apps to call a taxi or private car instead of go outside to take the public transport.
Many people living in condo where they find they have to take a transit bus or something, or feeder bus to go out, to reach MRT, and the weather is not good. They may feel, taking Uber or cab or whatever is easier.
Anyway, a competitive transport market is beneficial. It pushes each transport providers to improve their services. At the same time, you and me have more travel choices.